You know that feeling, right? Where you know exactly what you should be doing with your money. Save more, spend less, stick to the budget, but for some reason, you just can't seem to do it. Well, today, we're digging into why our financial lives feel so stuck. And spoiler alert, the answer isn't in your spreadsheet, it's in your body.
Okay, let's just dive right in with this quote. This is from a writer, Brianna Bell, who was literally being called a tiger mom of personal finance. I mean, she knew all the rules, she was teaching them to other people, and yet, behind the curtain, her own financial life was a total mess. And that's the thing, isn't it? It's this paradox so many of us live with, knowing better but not doing better.
So what gives? If it's not about a lack of information, what's really going on under the hood? Well, the answer isn't simple. It's got layers, psychology, biology, even our personal history. And today, we're going to peel them all back, one by one.
All right, first up, let's talk about the top layer, our conscious thinking brain. It turns out, even when we think we're being perfectly logical and rational, our minds are running on some very predictable and, frankly, kind of irrational software.
This right here is a total game changer. It's an idea that literally won a Nobel Prize. Prospect theory basically says that losing $100 feels about twice as bad as finding $100 feels good. This deep-seated fear of loss, it quietly dictates almost every money decision we make, from panic selling a stock to being too scared to take a smart risk. To really see this in action, let's try a classic thought experiment. Imagine you're in charge of public health. There's this disease, it's going to kill 600 people. You've got 2 programs to choose from. Just listen to your gut. What do you pick? Okay, so in the first setup, everything is framed around gains, saving people. Program A is the sure thing. 200 people are saved, guaranteed. Program B is a gamble. And look at the results. An overwhelming 72% of people pick Program A. When it comes to gains, we love a sure thing. We play it safe.
But watch this. We're going to take the exact same outcomes and just flip the script. Now we're talking about losses. Program C means 400 people will definitely die. Program D is a gamble. And whoa, everything flips on its head. Now a massive 78% of people choose the gamble, Program D. To avoid a guaranteed loss, we suddenly become huge risk takers.
So the big takeaway here is that it's not just about the choice itself, it's about how that choice is presented to us. The framing is everything. But, and this is a big but, if you think that's the only invisible force messing with your money, we are just getting started. There's something else happening that's way faster and way more powerful than any conscious thought. So now we're going to peel back another layer. We're going deeper than our brain's little biases. We're talking about the automatic, physical reactions that happen inside your body, what you could call your own personal financial alarm system.
The concept is called neuroception. And what it means is that before your thinking brain even has a chance to process a credit card bill, your nervous system has already scanned the situation and decided safe or threat. It's like this ancient survival hardware, and it can't tell the difference between a lion in the grass and an unexpected bill in the mail.
You know that feeling, right? That tightness in your chest. Your heart starts pounding, your stomach does a flip, and you just want to shove that envelope in a drawer and forget about it. That is neuroception. That is your body's alarm system screaming danger long before your rational brain has even had its coffee. And here's the kicker. That physical state directly impacts our most important financial tool, our brain. Look at this chart. As our nervous system gets more and more stressed, moving from calm all the way to terror, our ability to think straight, our actual functional IQ, just takes it nosedive. And this is why the advice to just be more disciplined or try harder so often falls flat. It completely misses the point. When your body's alarm bells are ringing, you are physiologically incapable of making a smart decision. You're in survival mode, not long-term planning mode.
So you gotta wonder, right? What sets the sensitivity on that alarm? Why does one person see a bill and stay totally calm while another person's body goes into full-blown panic? To get that, we have to look back. We have to talk about trauma.
Scientists call them adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs. These are deeply stressful events that happen when we're young, and they do more than just create bad memories, they literally shape how our brain and nervous system develops, often setting that internal alarm system to a hair trigger for the rest of our lives.
And if you're thinking, well, that's just for a few people, hold on. The numbers are staggering. More than half of all adults have been through at least one of these experiences. This is not a niche problem. It's a massive, hidden part of our collective story.
And you can see the connection right here. The data is crystal clear. As a person's ACE score goes up, so does their chance of having serious financial problems as an adult. Our past isn't just in the past. It's showing up on our bank statements today.
And, financial trauma isn't just about childhood either. It's a whole spectrum. Sure, it can be a big T trauma, like a sudden bankruptcy, but it can also be the slow, chronic stress of poverty, or even those little T traumas, like hearing your parents argue about bills every single night, teaching your young nervous system that money equals danger.
Okay, so I know this might sound a little heavy. We've got our tricky brains, our panicked bodies, our past histories, all conspiring to keep us stuck. But here's the really good news. Understanding the root cause is the absolute first step toward a new, and honestly, a much more compassionate way forward.
You see, the old advice, it's all about the symptom, the messy budget. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken arm and wondering why it doesn't heal. This new path, it goes right to the source. It starts not with a spreadsheet, but by learning to calm down your body's alarm system, because you can only make good choices from a place of safety. Part of this whole healing process is about reframing things. Let's take debt, for example. We're all taught that it's this shameful, heavy thing, right? But what if we flip that on its head? What if, like author Ken Honda suggests, we saw it as trust? Someone, a bank, a person, trusted you, and paying it back isn't a punishment. It's you honoring that trust. It changes everything. So what does this new path actually look like? Well, it kind of boils down to 4 key steps. First, you have to acknowledge that this mind-body-money thing is real. It's not a flaw. Then you learn to regulate your nervous system before you open the bills. From that calm place, you can reframe your story and finally reconnect with your money, not from fear, but from a place of confidence. And when you do this, something amazing happens. Saving money isn't about depriving yourself anymore. It's not a chore. It becomes this incredible act of self-care. Every single dollar you put away is sending a direct message to your nervous system that says, hey, I've got you. We are building safety for our future.
So I want to leave you with this thought. The entire financial industry has sold us this story that building wealth is all about spreadsheets and logic and willpower. But for so many of us, the real thing holding us back isn't a lack of knowledge, it's an unhealed wound. So what could change for you if you started treating your financial life not as a math problem to be solved, but as a part of you that deserves to heal?
Links below. Don't miss out. Worth checking out. Don't forget to like, follow, drop a comment, and check the links below.